What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of NBA to the Galaxy Pod, featuring your hosts, Slimothy Jones to my right there. You can find him on X at RTR30111. You can find myself at Scotty Drowned on X. Tonight, you saw it on the thumbnail, you saw it in the title. We're going to be getting into the NBA All-Star reserves on this episode. Should be getting announced shortly, just as we hit the air here. So as soon as those drop, as soon as we're able to get those pulled up on Twitter or wherever we can find them, we will certainly get those out to you and we'll begin discussing them. That's what this show is going to mostly be about tonight. We do got a few other topics to touch on. Our teams coming off big dubs last night. I don't know. We're going to recap that. We're going to talk about that, where the Sixers and the Warriors are currently at within their seasons. And then we're going to try out a new segment at the end of the show. It's called Either Or. Just something to keep the ideas flowing on the show, keep fresh stuff flowing here. So I got 4 questions ready to go for Slim. We're going to quick fire through them at the end of the show. Slim, it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be random. It's going to be different stuff each week. So I'm looking forward to having that segment regularly, and we'll switch it back and forth. Slim will bring them next week, and I'll answer his. But with all that being said, I ran my mouth enough here, my man. How you doing on this fine Thursday, brother?
Hey, man, doing good. We were just chopping it up before we came on the air, and then you said something about the trade deadline. I kind of got a little bit excited there, and I had to realize my Warriors, we're not known for making moves. Although I was constantly seeing the rumors all over social media, seeing different rumors about such and such. But yeah, man, I'm doing good on this good Thursday. Can't complain. Like I say, it's always fun to do this again. So yeah, man, I'm doing good.
Yeah, we picked a good night. Honestly, didn't even do it on purpose. We talked about it earlier in the week. Said we were going to get a second show in this week. NFL season's wrapping up, so I'm going to have more time to get on here with Slimothy and get some content out to you guys.
Yes, sir.
But we picked the right night. You got me hip as soon as I texted you back today. You said All-Star reserves are coming out tonight. And from what I saw, what I looked up, they should be coming out at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So they should be out right now, which I'm just trying to find them myself. But I'm going to throw a few topics to you ahead of time just to give us some time for them to drop and everybody else to see them out there as well. Terry Rozier, man. I don't know if you saw the report today. Between him, he had a wild one, and then over in the NFL world, Justin Tucker, I don't know if you heard about that one as well, man. We got some wild stuff going off outside of sports, but 2 athletes. First of all, let's stick to NBA. Terry Rozier, right? He's got a federal investigation launched against him, looking into like some gambling scheme he had going on while he was playing for the Charlotte Hornets. A federal investigation, by the way. Like he's going to get a serious punishment for this if they find out that it's true. My question to you, my man, is this something to like worry about overall? Like, this is just Terry Rozier. Before it was Jonte Porter, I think it was. You got me hip to that earlier. Michael Porter Jr.'s brother that was over in Toronto. He obviously got suspended from the NFL or the NBA indefinitely. What is going to happen to Terry Rozier? He's a little bit higher profile player, right? Like he's a much higher profile player than Jonte Porter. But what happens if this is a superstar? Is what I'm wondering. I don't want to put names out there because I don't even want to put bad juju on guys' names out there to even have a thought around them having to do with gambling. But if you just think of an all-star getting caught with a gambling scheme.
Man, that's something to think about, man. But when I look at like Terry, like you said, man, you said federal. You caught my attention when you said federal because, like, Jonte Porter is like, I think he's in prison right now.
Is it? Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. It would make sense.
He's in prison, so if Terry Rozier get caught up in this, I'm not necessarily saying he's going to prison, but he may get banned from the league.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
that's just one of the crazy stories today, bro. I know you were working all day, so let me just get you up to Justin Tucker really quick, man.
yeah.
Justin Tucker, right, the kicker, the Hall of Fame kicker.
Uh-huh.
He's gotten accused by 6 massage therapists
Oh, I
of
did.
like
I got a notification about
some
that. Yeah.
type of sexual abusive behavior. Like it's been a wild day of like sports headlines that aren't about sports.
Hmm.
Um, along with that, let me throw this one to you. Adam Silver. I don't know if it was yesterday, if it was today, but he had mentioned this out in press. 10-minute quarters and how he thinks that this could be a good idea for the NBA. It would basically be the same as college basketball, except college basketball has 2 halves. They're 20-minute halves. This would be 10-minute quarters, 4 quarters, right? It would be this similar to college basketball. I'm
Hmm.
curious on just your general thoughts there. Like, do you think that that would be good for the sport?
Honestly, no, man. I mean, um, I don't necessarily see the difference between it. So why try to change it? I was just reading a report. Like most NBA coaches has already voiced their opinion on it, and they said that they wouldn't like it. So, I mean, I agree with them. I mean, 12 minutes is just fine if you ask me. So, I'm a hoop head anyway, so I just try to enjoy it as much as I can. I don't see a reason to try to, show us up by, going down on the minutes per quarter. So, yeah, 12 minutes seem pretty fair to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, and I think for me as well, man, I just think of it like there's already enough talent that's not getting shine in
Yeah.
the
Right.
league, right?
Right.
And so
Right.
you're going to minimize the opportunity there for those type of guys as well. And then on the other side, it's like if you want to like worry about player safety or health and stuff like that, take away back to backs, like we discussed in previous
Mm-hmm.
episodes. As well, man. So
The back
that
to
is
back so that you can also, address the real elephant in the room, and that's the referees, because I mean, me and you talked about this a lot. Like they are really slowly, like even the NFL too, man. Like they're just slowly ruining my love
yeah,
for sports, man.
yeah.
And it sucks, but it is what it is, though. Like the refs, they just, I don't know, bro. Something else, something
No,
about them guys.
I definitely feel you. I definitely feel you. We're getting some comments here, man. There's actually a bunch of people. They want to know where the All-Star announcements are. So I'm trying to find them myself.
Let
On
me, let me do my due diligence and look.
yeah, yeah. Help me out here. Help me find the NBA All-Star reserves. I don't want to keep the people waiting
Kay Cunningham is an all-star. Okay, Evan
here. Is he?
Mobley.
All right. We put him on the thumbnail. We put him on the thumbnail for a
Okay,
reason.
okay, so far we got Jalen Brown, Pascal Siakam, Darius Garland, Kay Cunningham, Evan Mobley. Let's go. Evan Mobley, Cade.
Where are you finding this at?
So go on Twitter and then type in NBA All Star.
Because I was typing in reserves. There we
Shout
go.
out to Evan Mobley, man. Well deserved, Well deserved. First All Star appearance, first a minute for sure.
Interesting. So they have only gotten through the East so far, right? Well, just part of the East.
Now this is interesting, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Pascal Siakam making it kind of. I didn't have him making.
He was so let me go ahead and give you what I had written down here on my side.
Oh, you had it written down,
Yeah,
huh?
I had my picks ready. Yeah, Dame. I see Dame in the comments there. Yeah, I did have Dame in there. I had Cade Cunningham. June said, "Let's go, Daddy Cade." We got some Detroit love.
Get it,
I
Cade.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was saying let's get it, Cade. I was rooting for Cade.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Everybody wants Sagoon in the comments. We do have a couple Sagoon.
I voted. I had him last year, and I voted for him again this year. Regardless, somebody from the Houston Rockets should represent them. So
you know who it came down to for me with them, and I ultimately leaned Sengun. It's a guy I haven't heard much about, Jared Jackson Jr. Like
Triple J, yeah.
Jared Jackson. I haven't heard much recognition for him towards getting an all-star bid, but that was a guy I did give some contemplation to because similar to Houston, Memphis deserves an all-star too to represent them where they're at.
For sure. Yeah.
So that was a guy I did think of, but Sengun is on there. And Devin Booker, Victor Wembanyama, AD, Sengun. I had De'Aaron Fox. I did have De'Aaron Fox as like a wild card reserve. And then I got kind of stuck in the West between Kyrie and Jalen Green. I did see some nods for Norman Powell out there as well, man.
Yeah, I voted for Norm. So since Damian Lillard made it, Tyler Hero. Shout out Tyler Hero, man.
Interesting. I voted for him. That's one I did not have.
Yeah, I voted for Tyler Hero and Cade Cunningham a lot, man.
Interesting. So there's going to be a big snub here.
Do you think Maxey should be one, or?
Recency bias says hell yes. The numbers, when you look at the numbers, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a yes.
Was it like
27 right now? 27 and 6 right now.
Yeah, like what? 2 steals?
Yeah, 2 steals. He's leading the team. There's no Paul George. There's no Embiid. Like there hasn't been much Paul George.
And he had like what, 10 games, 25 or more points.
12 now, 12 straight. But he's going to be the odd man out, I'm guessing, because
because Darius, Cade, Tyler Hero, Dane, that's 4 guards right there. So
that's it right there.
Yeah.
So Jaylen Brown.
You got Brunson starting. So
I did have Jaylen Brown. Darius Garland.
You know what, man?
Darius Garland, I did leave off, but I do understand why he's on there. I do understand why.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
I'm interested to see like who else gets announced in the front court. Is it Porzingis or Jared Allen? I even had Jalen Johnson making the All-Star game. Honestly, I voted for him.
He's out for season now.
Yeah, he's having a pretty good year.
Yeah.
I think the Hawks were like a top 5 team at one point.
Trey is not making it, right? Based on this, Trey and Maxey.
Well, because it's like what, 4 guards off the bench.
4 guards.
So I think it's a mixture of forwards and centers moving forward. So
got Siakam. I saw a lot of people talking about Scotty Barnes as well.
I don't know, man.
The Raptors are obviously.
I don't know about that. Like Scotty, he's a heck of a talent, but if he do make it, we should have some serious conversation because it's like the goalpost is, constantly moving.
That's fair. For me, it did it kind of came down to him and Siakam, and I did go Siakam over Scotty Barnes, but
wait, hold up. Wait, no Halliburton?
No Hallie, bro. I came to that conclusion as well when I was picking my own, but no Halliburton, and I think it's fair, man, because I would put Trae Young on there before him. I would put Maxey on there before him. Darius Garland, absolutely. And I mean, I know you don't love him, but LaMelo Ball, man, he does put up numbers.
Yeah, I give it.
Not the most efficient, but they are numbers.
Yeah, he give you 30 a night.
We are the Western being announced now?
More than likely, I could
probably, yeah. Tyler Hero was the last one.
Yeah, he was the last one. Tyler Hero. Shout out Tyler Hero, man. Wow.
Yeah, let me turn it. This is obviously being broadcast live, right? On like TNT.
Yeah, NBA on TNT. Yeah.
Let me just see if I can view it myself here. Get like live updates. The West will be interesting. So who comes to your mind? Who comes to your mind first in the West? I see a no Paulo. Comment. He hasn't played.
Yeah. I was just if anything. Well, I was finna say you can make the case for Franz, but he's missed a lot of games too. So
he has. He at least had that like crazy surge at the beginning of the season, but yeah. Paulo in a
I was just gonna say Paulo too, yeah.
But
So who I got in the West, man? That's tough, man. I'm not gonna lie. Um. Okay.
I respect the love for Sengun, man. They waiting for Sengun to be announced as All-Star in the 3 a.m., man. Yeah. Wow. I hope they don't let the Sengun fans down and the Rockets fans out there, man.
No, I hope not neither.
Him or Jalen Green,
Uh.
right? With Jalen Green, like less likely, obviously, because the guard pool. But
Mhm. Real quickly, man.
yeah.
1.9K viewers on X right now. Like, whoa! shout out to you guys, man. Hey, man, while y'all tuning in,
Waiting for Sengun.
go to the Galaxy Pod on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Help us grow. Turn the notification buttons
Yes,
on,
sir.
and yeah, man.
We'll be right back here
Appreciate
at
that.
the trade deadline as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
Hey, Key, we are waiting on those to be announced as we speak. I think Ant just got announced though.
yeah, I was just gonna say, I think, well, I think it's between Jalen Green and Shangun. One of them should make it.
One of them has
Yeah.
to get in.
And like even when you say with Jared Jackson, like the Grizzlies, they like what, the third seed?
Dame is in. He was one of the first ones announced for East.
Yeah.
Just trying to catch up with these comments, bro.
Well, it's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Whoa. Ed Edwards is all-star, well deserved.
Anthony Davis.
AD.
All right, who's next? I'm watching it live on TNT. So.
I was gonna say because they stopped posting on the all-star page. I was gonna ask you where he was getting it from. Okay. So your thoughts on the two Anthony's making it, huh? Back to back.
Yeah, I had them on there. I thought there was a place for Anthony Davis to start, quite honestly.
Yeah, I think when you had this conversation, yeah.
But I'm fine with KD starting. He's put up some really good numbers this year. Yo, James Harden. That one surprises me, but I'm not against it.
Me neither. I'm not, because if I'm being honest, the type of season he has had, he's worthy of it.
That probably means Norman Powell's not making it though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Probably not.
Yeah,
probably not. So what that makes James Harden like, what, 11-time All-Star, I want to say? Something like that. Yeah, 11. Yeah.
That's pretty solid out west to make the All-Star.
That's impressive, though. I gotta give it to James. Yeah. Hopefully, my guy. I wish
Jr.
Wiggins. But Jalen Williams, man, he could definitely be an All-Star for sure.
He could, man. I forgot about him, no lie. Jaren Jackson Jr. gets on though, so I'm wondering about Sengun now, bro.
Wait, Jaren made it?
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't think Wemby has been announced yet.
Whoa, so what are the odds Wemby don't make it? I didn't even think about Wemby until you just said him. I didn't even think about it.
I'm gonna be blown. I'm gonna be blown for the Sengun's in. We're good.
Let's go.
Sengun is in.
Let's go, man.
He's just announced.
Shout out Sengun.
That's crazy. Twins, I was getting worried. So now I'm wondering about Wemby.
Shout out Sengun, man. My birthday twin.
Repping the Rockets, man. Good on them. Hell yeah, Sengun. Okay, so are we? I might be a little confused. How many on the East do we have on that Twitter page right now?
Let me count. So we got.
Oh, they put the West ones out now.
So we got Tyler 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7 reserves that has been announced for the Eastern Conference.
Oh, Jay Will did make it, bro, from OKC.
Damn.
Jalen Williams.
Shout out J Dub. So, how many is that then? Is that 7?
No, that would be 6. So we're waiting on one more.
I think it's Wemby.
It's got to be Wemby, right?
Yeah. Damn.
That's a lot of big men, though. That's a lot of right?
It's positionless basketball, so
it is. It is. No D Book, no yeah, it's Wemby. Rightfully so. I'm not hating on it.
So no Fox, no Ja, no who did you just say? No
D Book.
D Book.
No. I didn't really think Kyrie was gonna make it. Jalen Green.
Yeah, I thought Kyrie would have made it though. Not gonna
like
lie.
somebody from the Mavs, right? No Luka this
Yeah.
season, but
yeah, Luka definitely would have probably been a starter if he would have never got injured. But
yeah,
interesting.
no Sabonis. Interesting. But I mean, when you see the names that are here, who would you replace Sabonis with?
Yeah, it's a tough conversation to have. I mean, honestly, I'm not putting him over Wemby. I'm not putting him over Şengün.
I
I'm
think
putting him over AD.
I'm happy they picked 4 big men, bro. Like I feel like all 4 of these guys deserved it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I even had Şengün as an all-star last year because he had like one of those breakout years nobody, predict him to have. So
man, so D-Rab, it's funny because D-Rab right here. Well, this man doesn't like Jews. Yeah, fair enough.
Kyrie doesn't like Jewish people. Wow.
My man D-Rab though was picking the Houston Rockets tonight in the matchup with the Memphis Grizzlies. So interesting enough. I mean, Şengün should come out and play some good ball. I guess Jaren Jackson Jr. made it too. So 2 All-Stars battling it out tonight.
Shout out Triple J, man.
So off the top of your head right now, bro, we got let's mark them down here. We got Dame, Jaylen Brown, Evan Mobley, Cade, Siakam, Garland?
Mm-hmm.
Or no, Garland. Did I say Tyler Hero?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think he did, yeah.
So Dame, Hero.
Dame, Hero. Mobley. Garland.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So Dame, Brown, Mobley, Siakam, Cade, Hero, Garland in the East. Over in the West, we got Ant, Wemby, AD, Triple J, Şengün, James Harden. Who am I forgetting? Am I forgetting someone?
Did you say Jared or Wemby?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Missing one.
J-Dub?
Yeah, yep, you're right. J Will. Who do you think, off the top of your head, who do you think was the biggest snub then? Maybe go 1 from East, 1 from West.
From the East. I don't think nobody may have been snubbed in terms of like the way I view it. Like obviously a lot of people going to say LaMelo, Trae Young, but if you look at the guys that's been picked above them, I think they're more worthy, man. So I don't have nobody over the East and the West. Man, you could easily say Booker, but Booker hasn't just had like that type of impacting season that we all know he can have. So
yeah.
Probably Norman Powell, man. I really was voting for him. I was rooting for him to, become a first-time All-Star in his career. So I'd probably go with Norm, Angry Norm, man. Mister, what he said in that press conference, Mister Addition by Subtraction or something like that.
Paul George out with the pinky injury right now.
Yeah.
I won't get over that, bro. Like missing multiple games with a pinky injury. For me out East, obviously, I'm going with Tyrese Maxey. It is recency bias, though. He really has picked up play over like the last month or so. So I do understand it. But I guess if I had to go down the list, It would probably be Garland that I would say, like, I would have Maxey over, but obviously there's complete bias there, so take it with a grain of salt. Garland deserves to be an all-star, to be fair. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I just think Maxey deserves it. Out west, I don't know if I feel like I kind of feel how you feel about the East, about the West, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
My mind goes to De'Aaron Fox, but I don't know. I'm not going to complain that much. To be completely non-biased, I don't have too many complaints about these selections overall.
Neither do I.
Which would you say is your biggest surprise? Who are you surprised to see there the most?
Surprise? James Harden. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not predict going to the season. I did not predict James to make the All-Star team. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, yeah, he's my pick. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that has to be the answer. I think that has to be James Harden. It's once again not complaining that he made it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like him or Kyrie or him or De'Aaron Fox, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I get it though. The Clippers are in the top 6, top 7 of the West right now.
I think they may be the 5th seed,
Fifth
maybe the 4th seed. You know.
Who's the best player on the team? I mean, it's an argument. Norman Powell's been balling this year, but Harden is like the connector piece at the end of the day. So that is interesting, man. Once again, Dame, Jaylen Brown, Evan Mobley, Pascal Siakam, Cade Cunningham, Tyler Hero, and Darius Garland out east. Out west, you got Ant, Wemby, AD, Jaren Jackson Jr., Sengun, Harden, and J-Dub. Sounds pretty successful. Who are the first-time All-Stars here? Wemby? Wemby's a first-time?
Wemby, Wemby, Cade, Tyler Hero, Mobley, J-Dub, Sengun.
Yep.
That's 6.
So a lot, to say the least. A lot.
Am I missing anybody? I think, that's it, right?
That's good for the NBA, man. It shows like a new wave of talent now coming to the forefront, which the
league is in good hands, man, for sure.
Yeah, I do agree, man. Anything else on the All-Star reserves? You got anything else you wanted to add in?
No, not really, man. Congrats to all you fellas, and obviously I know it's a new format going to the All-Star game, and just hope that we can, as fans can be entertained, so.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. All-Star starters. East was what?
Brunson, Mitchell, Tatum, Giannis, and Cat.
And then out west you had Steph, SGA,
LeBron, KD, AD. No, Jokic, not AD. Jokic, yeah.
AD on the reserves.
Yeah.
All right, so the All-Star teams are set. Very early predictions. Who do you think wins the All-Star game? Just not who you actually think's going to win, because obviously they don't play with max effort, but who do you think has like the better team?
But see, that's the thing though, Scott. It's like a new format where they getting split up into like 3 teams or something. I don't know, man. Fair. It's not like West versus East anymore.
It's a pool. I got you.
Yeah, it's not like West versus East.
So how do the captains work, or is there no captains?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to pull up.
We gotta look this up real quick. We gotta look this up.
I'm gonna have to find the format because let me look this up, man.
What are the new? They switch it every year. That's why
I know, right? Kevin Durant is not a fan of this.
I thought they were just going back to like a conventional setting, but all right. So NBA All-Star Game will feature a new format with a mini tournament and 4 teams. The new rules include a tournament format. The All-Star Game will be a single elimination tournament with 3 games. The number of teams, the tournament will have 4 teams with each with 8 players. The team composition, 3 teams will be made up of NBA All-Stars, and the 4th team will be made up of the winners of the Rising Stars game. The winning criteria, the first team to reach or surpass 40 points wins each game. The championship game, the winning teams from the 2 semifinals play in a championship game. The team names, 3 All-Star teams will be named after TNT NBA and analysts. Okay, so it's going to be what? Kenny, Chuck, and Shaq picking the teams, I guess?
Probably so, yeah.
That's what I'm picking up here. Each player on the winning team will receive $125,000. Players on the second place team will receive $50,000, and players on the third and fourth place teams will receive $25,000. So, given a little bit of a financial incentive to play a little bit harder, I guess, in the All-Star weekend. Hopefully it works out. It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot, right?
Yeah.
Like trying something new to revamp this.
Yeah, you're just trying to make it more competitive, that's all.
Yeah.
But if this doesn't work out, though, man, my suggestion would be let's kick off the ones, man. Like
the ones, yeah.
Let's kick it off.
What? Oh man, why am I blanking out on the drill? What's the drill, bro? Like one guy has the ball and you get to challenge each person in the circle. Why am I blanking out?
King of the court.
King of the court. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to see.
Yeah, 3 dribbles.
I would enjoy that more than
King of the court, 3 dribbles.
Yeah. Like just imagine that. Like I don't know. I don't know who would win. Because you got to decide between like a quick guy and like a guy like Giannis, right? Like,
I mean,
get to the rim from the 3-point line in like one step. So
I'm probably put my money on KD. Easy money. Hey, easy money sniper, man. You know.
Yeah, because he's gonna have the quickest ability, the easiest ability to pull up. Because my mind went to SGA as well.
Well, with SGA, I mean, does
he's
free throws count?
One-on-one setting.
Does free throws count in the scenario like that? Or?
You might be right with KD though. He's got the size and everything. You got jokes. Hey, SGA just dropped 52 last night.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, got to the free throw line a ton. I mean, man, I think he made like 19 free throws. Like
he's on his Embiid shit.
Yeah,
it's funny though. It's funny. You see how Embiid gets dragged for everything.
Mm-hmm.
But is SGA a free throw merchant?
Oh yeah, for sure. You can really blame James Harden for all this, man. Like he's the reason why a lot of this, foul baiting and so I give him his props on that.
Trae Young.
Yeah, Trae Young, yeah.
Jalen Brunson is like kind of mastered some stuff. SGA's mastering it. It's interesting.
I would say this though, like somebody like Giannis, he doesn't foul bait though. Like with somebody coming with that much force, you have to foul.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get dunked on? So
no, I do agree. I think Giannis, one thing you can say about his game is that it is authentic.
Yeah.
Like for real. I do, he gets on my nerves with some of the ways that he's officiated, just because he is so physical and he is so big. But to your point, you do have to foul. You have to foul. Like he's gonna finish over you if not. But yeah, that would be interesting, man. I think the king of the court would be the way to go. We'll see how this goes, though. I'm not gonna hate on it too much, man. Real quick, we're talking about SGA 52 on the Warriors last night. Anyways, I do want to get into that game. I want to get into the Sixers and Kings game as well. To everybody that is out there watching right now, it looks like there's 2,200 people in here, mostly over on X. If you're over on X, help us out. Head over to the YouTube channel, To the Galaxy Pod, NBA To the Galaxy Pod. Hit the subscribe button, just so you can get involved in the comments as well. We certainly appreciate it, but we appreciate the viewers either way. Don't get it twisted. Appreciate you all checking in. That being said, man, let's start with the Warriors, just because we're already talking about SGA. We're kind of migrating out of the Western Conference here. Wiggins last night. First of all, what's going on there? How are you feeling coming out of this game, my man?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, to beat the number one seed in the Western Conference, that's quite impressive. I think, well, overall, the best record in the NBA. So, yeah, I mean, that's a big time win, no doubt. Like you said, Wiggins, he was huge for us. I mean, Wiggins, he's pretty much been our most consistent player all season long, if I'm being honest. He's just a true professional, pros pro. He do what's asked of him. He leads by example. Shout out Wiggins, man, because we definitely needed that offensive burst he gave us last night to pull off the win. Because, like I just said, SGA, man, he was getting to the free throw line a ton, and you mix that up with already him getting to his spot, shooting over in and everybody. It's just, he's a tough cover. I don't think too many people in the league can actually guard him. So, yeah, but shout out to Wiggs, man. My guy GP2, huge poster on Isaiah Hardenstein. I don't know if you've
Did see
seen
that?
it. But that
Yeah,
was nasty, man. I'm not gonna lie, like that poster really woke me up, bro. Like just hearing like the emotions in the crowd, like I woke up and I was like, whoa. But yeah, man, Loon, my guy Kavon Loon, like it was overall a good team effort, and shout out to Wiggs, they definitely led the way.
yeah, and that was overall what I kind of took from it as well, man. Like looking at just the numbers in this game. You look on OKC's side, it's a lot of SGA 52, right? You have
Hmm.
J Dub with 26 and 7, and then the rest of the team really didn't add much in the scoring department. And so it does make me wonder. Obviously, I have my experience watching Embiid over season upon season, see plenty of 50-point games. I've seen a 70-point game, but what comes with those high scoring outputs, the other players on the team don't get a chance to really get into a rhythm. So I think maybe that could have played a part for them, but ultimately I think what you saw was team basketball versus basically SGA last night, and
Hmm.
team basketball ultimately prevailed. I think it's a big W for the Warriors because you talk about momentum right now. You just get back over the 500 mark on the season. I think you guys are 24 and 23. um you have a chance to like pick up some steam though, right? Like if you
Yeah.
can, you said it yourself, you guys don't make a ton of moves around the trade deadline, but you guys have been in all the rumors around this trade
Yeah, we have.
deadline. And I think the mind immediately goes to like the Jimmy Butler thought, where are
Exactly.
you at? Because I saw a report that came out today that Steve Kerr, Stephen Curry have like concerns with like adding Jimmy Butler to the roster and like
I
how he
would
would
too.
actually fit.
I would too, man. I mean, bro, like look at like outside of the Chicago Bulls, look at the way Jimmy Butler left those other teams. It was not on a
Yeah,
good note. The Minnesota Timberwolves, I think a lot of people tend to forget how that situation ended. It was not pretty. Your Sixers, he did not leave on the best of notes.
yeah,
Now he's with Miami, and you starting to see how this thing has been going. It's like the ultimate standoff between him and Pat Riley. So I
yeah,
would have some concerns as well because I mentioned this to you last episode. We already got Draymond Green in the locker room. So if you bring
yeah.
somebody like Jimmy in there, I mean, a lot of
Wow.
people just assume that it could be for the better. But then again, on the flip side of that, like these guys could be banging, by day three of him being there. Who knows? But um, yeah, I mean, Jimmy, he's an interesting guy to look at, but I've seen a lot of other targets out there that I'm get my eyes set on. So yeah, and real quick, man, like I know
Yeah,
a lot of NBA teams are watching that game last night, and we ran something that's kind of rare that you don't really see, and that was a 1-3-1 zone against the Thunder last night.
yeah.
They really struggled scoring in it, so I think a lot of teams may try to throw that at them.
Because I think the thing with the Thunder, when I really look at them closely, very good, very great. They're a great team, right? Like they're
Yeah, no
great
doubt.
defensively. You got SGA that can score 50 points on any given night, but he can give you 30 on like consistent nights, right?
Yeah.
You have the young talent. You'll get Chet back, which maybe Chet helps with this concern that I'm going to mention, but
Hmm.
it's shooting, and I do get it. They have Lou Dort, they have Isaiah Joe, they have some guys that can space the floor that can shoot it on their roster. But when it comes to the postseason and, you're talking about a 1-3-1, you're talking about these zone concepts that are daring you to shoot the outside shot. We know SGA isn't a great three-point shooter. J-Dub, he can shoot it. He can shoot it. Is he a great three-point shooter? I don't know if I'd mark him as that, but he's solid. My point is, yeah. I worry about the outside shooting. I worry about if a team does throw a 1-3-1, a 2-3, a 3-2 zone at them, are they going to be able to shoot teams out of it?
Yeah.
That's a main concern for the roster.
Yeah, that's a great point, man. Because you look at it from the perspective of, okay, we already know what SJ going to do. Let's make the others beat us.
Yeah,
like you said, Isaiah Joe, he's a good 3-point shooter, but can he make those timely 3-pointers?
Right.
That really matters during the game. Lou Dort, Casey Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, all those guys, on the team. So, yeah, but like you said, Chet, I'm pretty sure he can, help with that. So, yeah, he can help with it.
Hartenstein's been good for him. They're a great team. I'm not. We're talking about winning championships in the postseason is a concern, right? That's where I'm at. But nonetheless, I think the Warriors, shout out to Steve Kerr, right? Put in something out there. Maybe some teams around the league can copy it. There's obviously it takes a certain roster type to.
Yeah, I was going to say you have to have the personnel.
Yeah.
You gotta have the personnel to do that.
You guys got some young, cagey guys that come off that bench that have a ton of length, can get into passing lanes and such. So that's interesting, man. Your next 5, man. Phoenix, Orlando, Utah, the Lakers, and the Bulls, man. So how many of those do you think y'all can win?
Phoenix, Lakers, Utah, Chicago, and who else?
Orlando.
I could, at best, I could see us going 5-1. At the worst, 4-2. Yeah, because at some point, it's supposed to get Draymond back, probably after the Phoenix game. I know we probably won't get Kuminga back to after the trade deadline. So,
I guess the big question: are y'all beating the Lakers?
No AD. I don't see why not.
That's fair. That's fair.
AD. And then also, what date is that? Is that the day of the trade deadline?
Good question. The trade deadline is the 6th, so next Thursday. Let me just see.
I believe so.
You're talking about the Lakers game, right?
Yeah, the Lakers game. Because I know we do got a game on the trade deadline. I don't know who is against.
So February. Yeah. Yep. 10 p.m. Trade deadline night. That's interesting. So maybe there will be some big news that day.
Yeah, hopefully so, man. Hopefully, but I ain't trying to get my hopes up too high, man.
Well, the Lakers fans are dreaming of De'Aaron Fox, so I mean,
let them keep dreaming. Let me keep dreaming, because
hey, I wanted to ask you something about that really quick, bro. And I guess it's a good segue into Sixers Kings last night. But De'Aaron Fox, Houston. Anything like if you're Houston, would you be willing to make a move for that?
Well, it does. A backcourt of him and Jalen Green sounds interesting. A big massive 3 of Şengün, Green, and Fox, but you're gonna have to give up a lot, man. He probably gonna have to give up Thompson. Yeah, I was just gonna say you gotta give up probably Thompson and Eason or Jabbar Smith, something like that. I know Fred VanVleet is definitely in that deal.
Yeah,
you willing to give up Dylan Brooks? His role on that team, guard the opposing team best player. Spot up. I know. Well, that's the thing, though, man. If the Kings not too greedy, the Rockets could actually pull something out, because they can Reed Shepherd, Fred VanVleet, draft capital Cam Whitmore.
Yeah,
like those young guys, Fred VanVleet, probably even Jabari Smith Jr. Maybe, I don't know.
If they're demanding, Amen Thompson, then I'm not
Hey, I don't know if I'm doing that.
You don't know if you're doing Amen Thompson at all. I I'm not hating on you for that. I'm not. De'Aaron Fox is a hell of a talent.
He
I
is.
think he is an upgrade like this year, but like Thompson is showing like his talent right now.
Oh yeah, it's the sky's the limit for him for sure. But speaking of that, man, I'm glad you brought that up because Darren Fox came out and said that he didn't request a trade. Did you see that?
No, I did not see that. So that throws
Yeah.
all of it out the window.
Yeah, yesterday I seen a report. He said he didn't, So,
That's interesting.
But
I don't
the
believe
thing that's what I say. The thing that caught my attention is the same thing with Jimmy Butler agent. When the rumors started speculating, about him wanting out, his agent tried to decline it, but come to find out it was true. So
because it is an image thing. Like you can look bad for demanding a trade, right? Giving up on your team. It was interesting you say that because like last night, right? During the broadcast for the game, the commentators were talking about Doug Christie and like his message to the team.
Yeah.
And his message to the team was like, yeah, we obviously know the elephant in the room, but we're gonna go out and
said that.
do what we need to do to like try to win the basketball game. So like if there's an elephant in the room, then it was done. Like it's happened. You know what I mean? I don't know if I believe that, but he honestly, bro, watching him last night, I'll be honest with you. Maybe it's just a road game in Philly across the country, right? But he just looked uninterested, quite honestly. He did not look like somebody who was out there like truly trying to win a basketball game last night. Malik Monk, DeMar DeRozan, all of those guys in my mind were playing a little bit harder than he was. But maybe I'm just reading into the trade demand a little too much.
I mean, it's understandable, Scotty. I mean, just look at it from this perspective. Like, you ever worked at a job for so many years and you just ready for a change? Like, I think that's probably what De'Aaron Fox is going through. He's been here for so long. He's just ready for a different type of scenery.
Yeah.
Same thing with Jimmy Butler, man. Like, he's been with Miami for like what 4 or 5 years, and they was pretty close to winning it all, but
he has
ultimately
for them to have a chance to win it all. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's what. Yeah. So just probably just ready for a different type of scenery. So I could respect that.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. That being said, they did play a team last night in Philadelphia. they played the Philadelphia 76ers, okay? And the Sixers right now, brother, they're on a 4-game winning streak. I'm riding high.
Impressive wins. They
are. They're impressive wins. It's not just a 4-game winning streak. It's a 4-game winning streak with no Embiid and mostly without Paul George as well. You get the W against the Cavs with Paul George. So I'm going to obviously we'll be transparent here. Get the W against the Cavs last weekend with Paul George and Maxey. Against the Bulls, Paul George goes out of the game with a pinky injury.
Come on, man. Why you keep trolling, bro? Leave this man a pinky alone, bro. It's never going to get healed if you keep picking at it, man. Like, come on, man.
I just have to. I have to, bro. But you get the Bulls, you beat them. Then we get the Lakers the night before last night. Take care of that business, and then take care of the Kings again last night on the tail end of a back-to-back. Big thing, Tyrese Maxey. We talked about it a little bit earlier. 30 points, 8 assists. He's getting other guys involved. It's kind of crazy. He's maturing before my eyes. And I was holding him hella accountable at the beginning of this season. He wasn't shooting the ball well. He wasn't being efficient. He was turning the ball over. He's turned himself around. And it looks like it's getting us back towards winning ways. Embiid's supposed to be back next week, man. That's
around the trade deadline day.
Yeah. Right. With the new pieces, right?
New pieces? You can guarantee that?
I do expect the Sixers to go out and get nothing crazy, but like
marginal moves.
That's exactly. Out of my mouth. Marginal moves. Something so that we don't have to play like Reggie Jackson.
Eric Gordon, Kyle Lowry.
Eric Gordon, bro, is shooting right now, though.
Oh, he is? Okay.
He's hitting right now. Bro.
My bad.
Last night, bro, in the first half, my man pulled up from logo. Nothing but
But you
net.
know what? That don't surprise me because we had our history with the Rockets, and that sounds about right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
all you
sounds
can
about
ask him
right.
to do is sit out there and shoot. You can't ask him to do anything else.
Yeah.
But he's been solid. Ricky Council has been solid the last few games.
My boy Wabusele.
My French, they call him the dancing bear or some shit from France. I have no idea.
Hey man, he put AD in the weight room the other day. I seen that.
He's got energy, bro. I really like this guy. Been playing without Drummond, playing without Embiid. Obviously, Yabusele is getting a lot of run. Adem Bona, our rookie's getting a lot of run. My man tried to annihilate someone last night. Just tried to yam on him.
Yeah.
He's a reckless dude. He's athletic as hell, but reckless. But yeah, they're obviously getting me excited again. So
Yeah, I can tell because you definitely was not talking like this about a week and a half ago
I
with this
was
type
down
of
and out. I was down and
with
out.
this type of energy and spirit. But you want to know something, though, man? Like with Maxi, obviously, I think when you talk about this when the season first started, he was struggling or whatnot.
Yeah.
I think he just had to get adjusted to being like the number one coverage. Like there was an adjustment period for him because him playing with Embiid a lot, him being the second option or whatever. So that was an adjustment period. Secondly, Maxie got in the weight room, bro, over the off season. So
Yeah.
you gotta learn to shoot when you get in that weight room, bro. Like you gotta learn kind of like a new jumper in a sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just an adjustment period for him, but overall he's been playing much better as of late. So shout out to Maxie, man.
That's a good
What they
point.
call him, Mad Max?
Yeah. That's my dog. I'm glad to see him back. He was talking about it a lot. Like he's talked to his parents a lot. That got him in the right mindset to play happy again. Because at the beginning of the season, we already talked about it a lot, but it was draining. It was draining watching the Sixers play. So I can only imagine what it was like for him having to lead that team. But that being said, man, let's get out of here with the last segment of the show. We'll get this out in rapid fire. We'll get to the action that's on the floor. I think the Hawks and the Cavs are actually playing right now on TNT. First question, man, either or. This is a first-time segment on the show, guys, so I hope you guys appreciate it. Either or segment.
First a minute.
It's relevant. It's relevant to tonight's action. Rockets or Grizzlies to make it further in the postseason this year? Which team?
I'm gonna go Houston.
Houston. Okay. Kyrie handle package or Allen Iverson?
Give me Kyrie.
Yes.
It's
a tricky question, but I respect
it. It is tricky, but I've seen Kyrie do some crazy things in my life, like so. I gotta go with Kyrie on that.
Uncle Drew, bro.
Yeah, Uncle Drew, man.
Who will finish their careers as the better player? Giannis Antetokounmpo or Victor Wembanyama?
I'm gonna go Wemby. I might be going out on a limb on this. No disrespect to Giannis, but Wemby, his potential is just too high, man. It's like this man can break so many records and win a lot of championships. Like I gotta go with Wemby on that.
I got one more for you. It's all-star related. Who has the better chance of coming off the bench and stealing the all-star MVP? And I say off the bench, they might not be off the bench if they're selected to a team as a star. Yeah. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah, I get
out of the reserves, who would you select as the all-star MVP favorite or most capable of surprising you? I'm going to give you two options here.
You get to pick the options, huh?
Yes. Cade Cunningham or Sengun. And it's only because of our commenters on the show tonight. Sengun or Cade Cunningham? Who do you think would have a better chance of winning the All-Star MVP?
I'm gonna go with Cade, man. I'm gonna go with Cade on that. I'm gonna go with Cade. Yeah.
It's tough, but Cade could have the ball in his hands, right?
He would have had a ball in his hand a lot.
Yeah. Sengun, though, could be, working with triple doubles and such. I don't know.
Yeah, baby Jokic,
Yeah.
So but if you didn't give me the option though, bro, I was going to say Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero.
Yeah, Tyler Hero. What did Jimmy said something? My boy Tyler Hero from the 304, something he said, but Miles Hero, his little brother. So yeah, I gotta go with Tyler Hero on there, man.
I like that though. I like that because he can heat up. He can definitely heat up from the 3-point line and rack up some points.
Tyler Hero, man.
No, I feel it. But that is all I got for you tonight, my man. Next show, it'll be your turn to bring some questions for me.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it was interesting. I threw the Kyrie and AI one at you because I love both of those guys. I love both of their skill sets.
You do, huh?
Yeah. Kyrie's my Duke.
Oh, yeah. I tend to forget about that.
Man, I've been watching him for a minute. We had a couple rough patches, especially when he was in Brooklyn, but we're good now. That's my man's. And then AI, obviously, I grew up on Allen Iverson and the crazy.
Yeah. The answer.
Yeah, that shit crazy. I fuck with that too.
The Reeboks, man.
Yo, Smitty on the Eagles, man. He's been wearing the cleats, the answer cleats, and those Jones are fire, bro. But anything else before we get out of here, Slim, my man?
That's pretty much it. I guess we'll be back here early next week, I would want to say.
Yeah, Monday. We have to get on Monday. As long as you're free. Yeah. The reason I say that, I got a trip for work on Tuesday and Wednesday I got to go to. So if we want to get one in before the trade deadline, Monday will be Monday. So yeah, guys, 2,352 of you watching right now, whether it's on X, whether it's on YouTube. Help us out by going over to the YouTube channel, hitting the subscribe button for NBA to the Galaxy Pod. You can turn the notifications on. It'll help yourself. You'll be notified every single time that we go live. As Slim was saying, we will be back next Monday, roughly around the same time, 6:15-ish, 6:25-ish Eastern Standard Time. We'll be live, and we'll be mostly getting into trade deadline discussions, any rumors that are going on, anything like that. But, guys, thank you all for tuning in tonight. If you are not following Slim, you can find him on X at RTR30111. You can find the pod at To The Galaxy Pod, presented to you by DSM Media. And you can find myself at Scotty Drown. That's going to be it for this episode of NBA to the Galaxy Pod. Please enjoy the rest of your nights, everybody.
Peace. Shout out my boy D-Rab, man.